Hello and welcome back to the Old Realms, and we're fighting a caravan. Oh yes, hopefully this is actually going to give me slightly more bow skill if I'm actually able to kill some of them, or at the very least hit some of them, because they are indeed going to be much higher level. Unfortunately for me, I am pretty terrible at staying alive, as you can quite clearly see. What a wonderful headshot. That was very good, actually. He got me in the head. 137 damage. I wouldn't have survived even if I was full HP, but oh well, never mind. This seems to be a rather classic situation for me at the moment. So I think what I'm actually going to do, and this is going to be something that I will not continue to do, but this is something that is in general, in my opinion, kind of worth it. And that is basically me just using a horse, okay? I am going to use a horse just for the sake of getting my bow skill to 100. And then once I have my bow skill at 100, I really don't care. Then I'm happy to just do whatever, because at that point, I am basically going to be turning our character into a sharpshooting menace. He is going to be insanely strong at that point. Unfortunately, before that point, he is basically food for the opponents, as you know, that we're currently fighting right here. Okay, so a number of people actually told me about this guy right here. This is the envoy of the Witch King, and basically what you could do, I've already done this, and this... Whoa, okay, hello, you're a bit too... Wait a minute, I have a fine stock of... Oh, now you're allowing me to speak to you, you absolute imbecile. Huh. Okay, that's very funny. That is actually very funny. Okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I was just about to say that I tried to speak to him literally about 2 minutes ago, and he did not allow me to do so. He thought that that we were beneath him, basically. He was like, no, I will not speak to you for any reason whatsoever. Not sure how I had this wood elf bow on me, but apparently I have that. Yeah, so anyway, the point is, he did not want to speak to me, and I had some prisoners, and I wanted to, give my prisoners to the guy, because let's face it, that's what I wanted him to do. I wanted to get prisoners so that we'd actually have, more council favor, because people in the comments have told me that that's the way to do it. And so I'm actually very intrigued, because I did not know that that was the case. I did not know that you could actually do that. I kind of wondered what was going on with those envoys in the castle. I kind of wondered what was going on with them, but I didn't actually think that they had anything to do with council favor or anything like that. So as you can see right here, if I find a stock of prisoners, aha, there you go. You're going to give me how much? How much did you give me? How much did you give me? I have no idea. I had 30 something, didn't I? So how much am I going to get? Probably not much, right? Probably not much. Yeah, usually. Oh, 69! Actually, a load! Okay, wait. This is perfect. This is an absolutely wonderful way to do it. Alright, thank you very much for letting me know about this, by the way, because obviously I'm not going to know about any of these new mechanics. And as I said, I did notice that there were some NPCs here, but I thought to myself, yeah, they're not really going to be anything. It's just going to be something that isn't maybe potentially useful. But I'm very, very pleased that it is indeed useful. So anyway, we are just going to put a very, very quick saddle on us right here. We're going to go in to fight this caravan. This is going to be extremely powerful for us if we can actually take this guy prisoner. Can you... Oh, this is a bit problematic. Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, this is actually... we might have some issues with this. I mean, this guy's moving very, very slowly, so we should be absolutely fine. But it is me. So it's very, very likely that bad things will happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we're actually going to, show a little bit of surprising stuff going on here. I don't know.
Warriors.
But let's try it out nevertheless, because obviously we do want to try and achieve victory. We do want to try and, well, get my archery skill up. Hilariously enough, now me being on a horse makes it even worse for me to hit enemies. It's probably going to be even harder for me to actually shoot. on horseback. So, yeah, not great, is it? Not great. Anyway, let's just see if I can maybe do something here. I mean, just a little bit of damage, just a little bit of, you know, things here and there could actually make a big difference. As you can see, we actually did level up my riding skill by 9 points, if you can believe it, because I got a headshot. But you can see here, I'm actually gaining significant bow skill just by randomly shooting. And, well, I can only hope that I'm actually going to hit some people a little bit more here. I'm going to shoot... wait, did I already shoot this thing? Oh, I already shot that. Okay. Yeah, that's not great, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, basically I just need to shoot from as far away as possible, and that is going to make all the difference in the world. But unfortunately for me, I have such bad... well, everything that it's making things very, very difficult. And I'm not going to be able to get any headshots here either. Oh, never mind. There's a headshot. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Whew. Okay. I was kind of worried there for a second. Okay, yeah. So we are actually getting some kills. And that's kind of what we want. And, oh, I actually leveled up. Very nice. And I am actually going to be doing a little bit of something with my two-handed as well. Now, me leveling up means that I am indeed going to be speccing into two-handed. Because, let's face it, if I can use this weapon, this is a pretty crazy cool weapon. And if I can use this to, you know, its fullest extent, we're going to have a great time. As you can see, I'm actually dealing significant damage even with this. I have such a small amount of skill in this thing right now, but it is very, very effective. So I'm actually very much appreciating using this. I'm kind of surprised my forces are not moving forward. I did tell them to charge in, but there you go. There's the victory for us. I actually managed to live. Can you imagine? Yes, look at that. I actually managed to live. Okay, so let's just take these guys prisoner and get out of here as soon as possible. And hopefully not get absolutely murdered by the people nearby, by this guy. Yes, I managed to make it. Yes, there we are. And now, once we are no longer disorganized, I should be able to get away very, very easily, of course. Okay, so I leveled up, so let's get... yes, let's get imposing stature in the athletics tree. Let's get some more maneuvering for our horse. Let's increase my two-handed. And, as you might expect, we now have the ability to look at our next things here. So you could see this is actually kind of crazy. Allied troops charge ability. Yeah, that's obviously really, really strong, in my opinion at least. Anyway, 6 extra arrows per equipped quiver, 15% increased swing speed. Your arrows can penetrate shields. Wow, that's really strong. Special shot. Not shooting an arrow increases the chance your next arrow explodes on impact. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Anyway, enemies suffer from a damage over time effect on impact. And then we have this. All enemies in the area are slowed on impact. 20% equipment weight reduction. Headshots double the fill of the charge. Special shot. Every 6th arrow applies a slowdown effect on impact. And while zoomed in, time is slowed down. Every second you lose 100 career charge. Whoa, really? Okay. And a hail of arrows. 6 extra arrows per equipped quiver. So they really want you to have a huge amount of arrows. Ranged troops gain 25 experience daily. Attacking unaware enemies adds 50% extra damage. I'm not entirely sure what constitutes an unaware enemy, because the only thing that I can think of is a bandit hideout, which would probably not be particularly useful, because most of the time you're probably going to be able to headshot them and kill them instantly anyway, but, you know, who am I to say? Anyway, special shot. For every hit arrow, your magic damage increases, and the bonus slowly decreases over time, I assume. And every affected enemy increases reload speed for 4 seconds, and the damage is increased by 50%. Okay, some of these I'm not entirely sure. They have some strange wording to them, but very cool, nevertheless. Very, very cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is I am going to go for Starfire Essence, because I want my arrows to be able to penetrate shields. But, of course, I'm not going to do that yet, because what I want to do is I actually want to get Forest Stalker to the maximum. And hopefully we'll be able to level up relatively fast, hopefully. We'll see. Maybe we can make it work. Okay, I'm going to pay 120 here. I'm not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. So we're going to just have to cancel that real fast. Okay, so let's go over to the Envoy of the Witch King once again. Bear in mind, now that we have caravan units that we can actually sell to this guy, now things are looking up. Things are looking really, really good now in comparison to what they were before. Because I was thinking to myself before, okay, we're not able to speak to the guy because there is a renown requirement. So that's something to think about if you're, starting playing the mod yourself. You do have to bear in mind that there is a renown requirement of some kind. I don't know. I think you need clan tier 2 or something like that. As you can see, I did just gain, what was it, 50 or something like that? Yeah, 50. So that's pretty amazing. And there we go. I can level those guys up. And we are actually doing exceptionally well right now. So all that I need to do now, and this is what's really, really cool about this, all I need to do now is continue to recruit these city-born militia, continue to level them up. They are using woodland bows as well, woodland longbows, which is very nice. And all I need to do is just continue going into battles that I know I can win relatively easily, getting the prisoners, obviously not these specifically. These ones are, beastmen are not really going to give you a huge amount, but they're still going to be decent. It's still going to be a decent amount to gain just because, it gives you something, It gives you a pretty decent amount. I really wish we didn't have to go into the actual city, but, I must admit the environments are amazing. They are really, really good looking. Okay, so there we go. And I'm actually just going to show you the outside of this because it is just staggering how much work has been put into this. It's absolutely just jaw-droppingly beautiful. So you can see here, look at this. Look at how crazy this is. This is just amazing, literally. Look at that. Absolutely every single thing about this. There's even a guard over there looking over the water. That's pretty crazy. All right, so yeah. Anyway, this is obviously where the envoys are stationed, and it's the castle, and so on and so forth. And I now have 89, and I had, I think, 45 or something like that. So generally, if we have a lot of prisoners, it's going to make a rather significant difference, isn't it? I think it's going to make a rather significant difference. So there we go. Just going to restore ourselves a little bit here at the pond. And are we making peace? Ah, yes, yes. It seems as though we have indeed made peace with some people. Oh, and we've also declared war on someone as well. We declared war on someone at the same time, which is rather amusing. But I suppose that doesn't really matter too much. I would like to get into a large battle, if I can do that. I'd like to get into a very, very large battle. Not something like this though. Not something like this, but something just a little bit smaller than that, please. Because if we could get into a battle where we actually have, I don't know, maybe 120, 130 units or something like that, I feel like we could probably achieve victory against that. And that is going to give us such significant benefits, just from a prisoner standpoint, that we will be completely fine. We got some Norscan raiders here. Not a big fan, but I guess we will do it because they do actually drop some really, really good loot. And there's only 7 prisoners there, not exactly great, but yeah, look at the loot. Look at this insane loot right here. This is a lordly helmet, and that's entirely the reason why it is costing so much. Oh, we got some more Norscan raiders here too. Bear in mind, by the way, that once we do actually get our medicine skill to a certain level, we are literally going to be rolling in council favor, because that's the main reason why I actually tend to like taking medicine in the Old Realms specifically, and other mods that do generally tend to be very lucrative when it comes to taking prisoners, because there are going to be a multitude of different ways that you can benefit from having a number of prisoners. In your army, you can actually do a wide variety of different things with them. And in this case, obviously, I mean, in the Spellsinger's case that we were playing with before, it was just to keep my people alive. It was just to keep my dryads alive. It was just to do all that stuff. But with this particular character, it's all about making sure that we can take prisoners as much as possible. Obviously, my medicine skill isn't even helping me at the moment, and yet look at how much we're gaining. We're getting so much stuff here, and I really cannot wait to actually see if we can fight an actual vassal. It would be so good if we could do that. Unfortunate, though, that I am indeed having some problems here. As you can see, it's going to cost 150. And let me see, is there anything else that I can do here for free? Yeah, I can do some of these things for free. Yeah, I think I can do those. Mounted warriors, I guess. And these guys, this is going to cost 10. I don't think I have enough for that, unfortunately. So yeah, we're just going to have to move on. But the thing is, the more that I can actually do these small little skirmishes and take people prisoner, the more I can afford to power up my forces and actually create an army that is formidable enough to take on pretty much anyone we want at that point. Pretty much anyone we want. But obviously we need to get there in that time. I mean, you can see here, my clan tier is way low. So we're not actually going to be able to get to clan tier 3 in quite some time, which is obviously going to be a rather troublesome prospect. But you know, we gotta just roll with it. We gotta just roll with it. And I'm very much hoping if there is a vassal that could come over here, I would be forever indebted. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind even if it was just a caravan. Aha! All right. So we might actually have something available here. Now, we've been having a bit of a problem. Now, my main problem has been that I actually managed to crash the game. That was not due to the mod or anything like that, but I was having to do something, you know, alt-tabbed and so on and so forth. Not a good idea, especially considering I am recording at the same time. I didn't stop the recording or anything like that. And basically, to cut a long story short, game crashed. I lost 20 minutes worth of time, pretty much. So that was, as I say, not the mod's fault, okay? Not the mod's fault whatsoever. Totally my fault. I just wanted to let you know that that's probably the reason why you're seeing my bow skill be really low in comparison to what it was before, and so on. So, you know, just all those reasons. Anyway, I don't even know what I spec'd into. What was it? Two-handed. There we go. Yes, two-handed. And I believe we actually leveled up as well. Yes. Okay, so I can now get that 20% equipment weight reduction, which is obviously what I got beforehand. And yeah, the main reason why I wanted to do that is obviously because I want to fight these guys. Yes, they actually were attempting to attack. Yes, you guessed it. They were attempting to actually attack the main city. And as you could clearly tell, they had a lot of prisoners. Yes, they had a huge amount of prisoners. Unfortunately for me, I do not actually have a significant amount of space, so I will only be able to take 48 of them, which really makes me very mad. You know, it really makes me very mad indeed. But I won't be able to do anything else. There is nothing I can do. I cannot sustain more prisoners than what we're currently having here. And the town is relatively far away as it is. So if I were to take more people, I'd probably just lose them all before I even got back. So yeah, that's somewhat unfortunate, but you know, well, never mind. You know, can't really do much about that. I can only hope that we can also sell the vassals. I'm hoping that we can sell the vassals. It's highly unlikely that that is going to allow us to do so. Oh no, actually it is allowing us to do so. Okay, let's have a look. How much are we going to get? 17 skill points in trade. I got 339. I have 339 in the resource now. What is it called again? Council's favor or something like that? Yeah. So I am now actually doing relatively well in comparison to how we were before, but obviously that is literally just because we got lucky with those vassals. I'm not entirely sure what was even going on with those guys, to be honest, because they decided to besiege this town. As you could see, they basically did nothing. It feels to me like their siege failed before it even began, mostly because they were just building things. They were just consistently building things. They weren't actually doing any besieging itself. They were literally not doing any damage. I think that's the main reason why it failed. Because if they'd actually done some damage, if they'd actually tried to go in with their massive army, they had actually almost 3,000 troops. They had 2,500 troops or something like that. And I thought to myself, yeah, I don't really want to get involved in that. Thank you very much. You know, that's going to be way too harsh for me. So I am, you know, just perfectly happy just to relax. Don't have to do anything there. I can just leave them alone for the most part. And we can have a nice time just capturing them after the fact if they do manage to fail. And I actually thought they would. And so there you go. They did indeed fail. And look at what we've got going on here. We are literally getting so much stuff right now. Unfortunate for me, why do I have 0 council favor now? Did I level some people up? I guess I leveled some people up or something like that, or what actually happened right there? Did I lose favor somehow? Okay. Hopefully that's not something that I missed. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna sell some more people. Yeah, there we go. We got 292 now. Very nice. Okay, so we have 292, and that means that I can level up some more people. I'm actually surprised. How did I get 0? That doesn't make any sense. How did I have 0? Because I don't think I leveled up that many people, did I? Maybe I did, maybe I did. Oh well, never mind. Doesn't really matter too much. But all I know now for certain is that we're actually doing pretty nicely here. We have a decent amount of food. We've got good council favor. My HP is looking pretty good. My money is nice. And yeah, I'm actually thinking, shall we go in and attack this guy? Let's do it. We got someone on our side as well, so why not? Why not? Let's actually attack this fellow. And we're going to go in for an actual battle against him as well. So let's see here. Forest, no, Desert-born, even though that's not really actually going to ever activate, because we don't seem to be traveling across desert or anything like that. But I highly doubt I have 75% infantry, so that's probably not going to be particularly useful. I do have my Wood Elf bow, by the way, so I didn't lose that progression, thankfully, but yeah, as I say, I did lose quite a few different things that I would have liked to have kept. Like my bow skill progression and things like that. That would have been really, really nice to keep, but you know how it is. Sometimes these things just happen. Yeah, it just goes to show, you know, I should really not do other things while I'm doing this, but it needed to be done. Okay, yeah, just know that it needed to be done, and well, it will not be happening again, thankfully. Okay, so let's actually shoot this. My special ability. Go. Done. Okay, that did very little. Alright. Well, that's fine. I don't really mind that too much. Oh, nice headshot. Wow, did you see that? Oh, another nice headshot. Absolutely fantastic. Wow, that was great. Okay, can we get another one? Okay, no, we just got a shoulder shot. Okay, that's fine. Oh, nice headshot. There we go. That's exactly what we like to see. Okay. And now bear in mind that obviously I did not hit anyone. There was no friendly fire here at all. There was no friendly fire. And so you don't need to worry. You know, we're not a person that tends to friendly fire that often, okay? You know, if you saw any purple numbers there or anything like that, that was a display bug. You know, it's a very common display bug, especially when you know, shoot your guys in the back. Like, for example, just there, did you see that? That was a display bug too. That was nothing to do with my own self actually shooting them in the back, shooting my own forces in the back, that is. So don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. Anyway, there you go. That's indeed a victory for us. Surprisingly enough, I'm actually kind of weirded out by the fact that we're actually winning this so handily, but I think the enemy is very much hard capped by their prestige, because their prestige, I mean, they're going to have a hard time, I think, getting prestige for the most part, because I don't think you can get prestige through any kind of passive generation. And I think passive generation most of the time is what the AI tends to rely on. You know, specifically the way that they kind of shall we say, not cheat their money, but they do tend to have a lot of different ways of gaining money that just so happen to appear out of thin air. And that's obviously not something to do with the mod itself, it's just to do with the base game. That's just how the AI tends to work. Anyway, let's just make our way over to the town once again. Bear in mind that, by the way, I did actually make my way all the way over to the other Wood Elf territory, because I was thinking to myself, okay, what happens if the town gets taken, right? Because obviously I was worried that the town was going to get taken. So I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do then? You know, what am I going to do? Because if I am unable to speak to the envoy of the Witch King and actually continue gaining council favor, I'm going to have to do a huge slog. You know, I'm literally going to have to struggle tooth and nail to try to overcome the various income problems that we have, basically. Because we are having some huge issues with that at the moment, as you can quite clearly tell. You know, where my council favor is good now, but obviously beforehand, before we found out, you know, thanks to those of you in the comments, before we found out about the fact that we can indeed use prisoners relatively nicely, that was impossible. We weren't actually having a very good time of things in terms of our income. So I think the amount of money that we gain from, shall we say, winning battles, and I'm not saying the amount of money, but the amount of favor that we gain from winning battles is very low in comparison to maybe what it should be. I don't know, but obviously this is just me. This is just my own personal preference on that regard. We're just going to spec a point into Steward here. Let's get a point into Vigor, because I am going to be using my two-handed a little bit more often. And let's finally get this, and it does say allied troops charge ability. So we can always remove it if we want to, but I am very intrigued by this, because if they do indeed charge my ability, then I'm going to be able to use it a huge amount, and I may in fact get quite a few kills with it, and that could be quite fun, right? Or at least I think it might be quite fun. Anyway, let's just try to move into position here at the very least. Well, it's gonna be a little bit problematic, isn't it? Because the enemy is rather annoying to deal with, especially considering they are, well, what is it? Basically 250 yards away, or however. Well, what is the unit of measurement that Bannerlord uses? I don't know. Is it meters? Is it well, it's not feet, is it? It's not going to be feet. It's going to be yards, I assume, right? It's going to be yards or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm... Yeah, no, it's meters. No, it's meters. There we go. Yeah, because obviously they're doing it in meters per second right here whenever I shoot, right? So obviously it's meters. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem there. Anyway, that means that they are actually significantly far away, to be honest. And we're going to have to make our way over there quite fast. Let's just see. Can I shoot this? That went right through him. Did you see that? Ah. Alright. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? But look at my allies. They're charging my ability. Yes. My allies getting damage out is actually charging my ability. So that is fantastic. That's very, very good. I am super, super pleased that that is indeed the case, because without that, I'm never going to charge this thing in a million years. It would take me a while, but I would be able to do it. But, you know, as I say, a while could be a million years. So there's that. Oh, nice head. I was going to say nice headshot, but no. No, it was actually not. Not a nice anything, actually, which is very sad. Oh, well. Okay, wait a minute. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, nice headshot. Thank you. Okay. Wait a minute. We might actually get something good going on here. Let me get my forces up here. Nice headshot. Nice, nice, nice. Actually killed someone. Can you believe it? Okay, can we get another one? Yes. Yes, look at it charging. Look at it charging. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's use it. Oh. It just whiffed. Did you see that? It literally just whiffed. Insanely fast. Okay, let's use it. Okay, I did 35 damage. Is this ability okay? Is this ability actually okay? Or is it having some kind of problem? Because it does 35 damage and tends to be very unreliable. I know some people have told me in the comments that this ability is really, really strong later on. And at the moment, I am rather skeptical. I am rather skeptical about it because I am seeing, you know, I am seeing the potential here, because obviously now that I have this new perk or career skill where my allies actually charge the ability, it means that I can use the ability so much more often, which is great. But unfortunately for me, the ability is so incredibly unreliable. It feels I'm not sure what to make of it, really. I'm not sure what to make of it. As I say, I'm going to trust in the fact that people have said that it does get really good, but initially maybe it doesn't seem that good. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I thought this ability would be a thing that would do more than 35 damage. I thought that this ability would be basically a nuclear warhead, pretty much. That's what I thought it would be. I thought it would go in, you know, ultra fast, insane damage, just explode over everyone. And obviously I'm exaggerating here, you know, I'm exaggerating. I'm not actually thinking that it's going to be, you know, like an I win button. I'm not thinking it's going to be an I win button, but I was thinking, hey, you know, maybe it's going to do, I don't know, 250 damage or something like that. And if it did 250 damage, I think that would be pretty good, because let's face it, I mean, you want an ability, especially one that charges like this, to actually be impactful. But as I say, the Old Realms modding team, they are extremely good at balancing, or at least from what I've seen in the past, and indeed with the Spell Singer as well. Everything feels strong enough, but not too strong, and I don't know, maybe in the end the Spell Singer would be absolutely insane and really, really strong and absolutely unstoppable, but I think in general that's probably what most of the time you should be feeling like. Which kind of begs the question, you know, what's happening? What's happening with my people here? What's happening with my ability? You know, it's really not looking particularly good, you know? It's very, very weak in comparison to the Spell Singer's ability, which makes me rather sad, actually, because I thought to myself, yeah, this is going to do massive damage, you know? I was really, really excited about using it for the first time. And then when I used it, it didn't do anything, first of all, because the first ever usage was blocked by a shield or something, I don't know. I'm not sure what it was blocked by. And then the next follow-up usages only did 35 damage, so I was really surprised, you know? But who knows? As I say, they do have, you know, they do have the player's enjoyment at heart. They are very, very good at doing that, you know, making sure that that works, and making sure that the players are feeling strong enough in a game, you know, or should we say a world, a universe like Warhammer Fantasy, where there are a lot of extremely powerful people, and you too want to be powerful, don't you? You know, you do want to be powerful in this. So yeah, they know that, and they're very good at it, in my opinion. Whoa, okay, I can actually sell all that stuff for literally like, what, 70,000, 80,000 or something like that. Okay, gotta be a little bit careful here about that. Okay, I'm just gonna sell this, sell that. It's gonna give me another 17,000, and I have 521 council favor now, and we are getting even stronger. We are getting very, very strong now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually get to a point where I may, in fact, even be able to start taking on troops that have around 200 people. I mean, I actually did just take on someone that had, was it 90 or something like that? I think it was 90. But yeah, I think I can maybe take on this guy. I mean, look, he's... Oh, yeah, maybe not. He's actually got some artillery. So, Yes, him having artillery is probably very, very dangerous for us. Let's go for walk it off. I personally really like that. And otherwise, that is indeed going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.